Hello and welcome to part 5 of this Lars Thomas Swinroy eBay unboxing. Now today, unfortunately 2 out of the total 4 remaining trains came today, and these are supposed to be James and Peter Sam. We only have Stepney and Mavis to go, but we're getting super close to the end.
What about Caldy?
Yeah, he's coming as well. I don't know if Stepney and Mavis are going to come at the same time or if they're going to be in separate days, but we will hopefully finish the series with those two. Anyways, let's get started with James. Here we have the shiny red engine himself, James the Brains. So, James is one of my favorite characters of the entire show, and I'm happy that he's still kept in the franchise. James here does look a little bit beat up, but nonetheless, I love his classic design from 1999 to 2001. I assume that this is the 2001 James because he has the name on the bottom. The tender has the smaller number 5. And James has a red dome here. There is a gold dome James, which is like this one, but it has a gold dome. I don't know if it's rare or not, because I've seen a lot of things that are expensive on eBay. Like, there's some wooden railway trains that are like $30, like the Spiteful Brake Van, the old gray troublesome trucks. And for some weird reason, the Flying Scotsman is $149. Like, no one's going to pay that ridiculous price. At first, I honestly thought this person was wanting more money and was trying to become rich, so that's why he put $149 on the Flying Scotsman, but he's actually rare. Anyways, James is really amazing. I love his boastful attitude. I love his shiny scarlet red paint. It is so shiny. Like, that's one thing I love about James. And the thing that I love is his face. Like, this is accurate to his, like, season 1 through 3 face, I think. I don't know how long James has had this face, but this is one of his smiling expressions. But this one is just where his mouth is a little thin. But there is another version of James's happy face where it's a little bit thicker, or it's a little wider than usual. But I think this James face looks great. Thomas Swinroy did a great job with making the faces. The Thomas Wood faces aren't too bad because they're supposed to represent the CGI characters. But these faces are really, really amazing. Like, I think that there are some other merchandises that have accurate faces, but Thomas Swinroy nails the faces as usual. I don't know if I could say much about James, but James is really amazing here. I'm super happy with James. He may be a little bit beaten up, but I'm sure he can easily be fixed. Super happy to have James and the full Steam team back. And here we have Peter Sam, the narrow gauge engine. So Peter Sam's original name was Stuart, but then they changed it to Peter Sam. And this is Peter Sam's old funnel. What thing that I didn't understand was why they didn't make Peter Sam with a square funnel. Like, they did make Peter Sam with a square funnel, but they redesigned Peter Sam completely. But this design is more classic, so I wish they would have made this version, but with a square funnel. That's just something I would have loved, but this Peter Sam is very amazing. Now, this is a 2001 Peter Sam, but for some weird reason, he doesn't have his name on the bottom. This kind of surprises me, because in 1999, these all didn't have names on the bottom. But in 2001, they actually did write their names for the first time. So I wonder what they did here.
Maybe he came as part of a set.
Peter Sam isn't as beat up as James, but he does still look a little scratched. Like, I'm glad that Oliver is in mint condition, but Peter Sam is in an okay condition. He isn't too bad of a condition, but there are still some signs where he has been loved. Anyways, I do quite like Peter Sam here. I can't wait to get the other narrow gauges. I do have Sir Handel on the way soon. But anyways, there's Peter Sam. So what do you guys think? Do you like James or Peter Sam more? Alright, so thanks for watching. And stay tuned for what I'm hoping to be the final part when Stepney and Mavis come. And what did you guys like of these models? If you'd like me to do more Wooden Railway reviews, if you want me to buy more characters, you can only suggest them from Season 1 through 7, as well as... Actually, I do have the complete Magic Railroad series. I am making a custom model of Splatter and Dodge, but you may be asking why I did that instead of buying the original ones. But I'll explain when I show them. Alright, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on TMNT 2009.